the Pima County Sheriff's Office has finally released the alleged ransom notes that were supposedly sent by these alleged kidnappers. Now, as you may know, these notes have been the source of more than a little controversy in the months since Today Show host Savannah Guthrie's mother vanished, mostly because we still don't know if they're real. And though the cops still won't verify their authenticity because of something that I'm going to get into in just a little bit, it is important to read them in full. So here we go. The first alleged note that was apparently sent on February 2nd says this. Hello, Savannah. We have your mother, Nancy. She is safe but scared. She will be held for ransom, and once payment is received, she will be released unharmed. We will be holding her for a maximum of 7 days. You will need to send Bitcoin in the amount of $4 million USD, United States dollars, interesting, before 5 p.m. on Thursday the 5th. If payment is not received, the ransom will be increased to $6 million US dollars, which will need to be paid by 5 p.m. on Monday the 9th. Once payment is received to the Bitcoin address below, she will be released within 12 hours of deposit to a safe drop-off location back in Tucson. If payment is not received by the last deadline on Monday the 9th at 5 p.m., she will be killed. Your mother is aware of this, and her life is in your hands. It is in the best interest of everyone to have this completed as soon as possible. You will not be able to contact me from here on out. There will be no negotiation. Do not play games. Law enforcement will not be able to help you. She had a white smartwatch on the floor of the foot of her bed, and the white floodlight in backyard was destroyed. Then you have the second alleged note. Very different tone. This was apparently sent on February 6th, so 3 days before the deadline from that first note. It says, Guthrie family, we did not fully grasp the seriousness of her physical condition. We never intended to hurt her. That was not our intention. She perished shortly after she was taken. We believe it was heart-related. She is buried in nature now. Nothing you could have done could have changed the outcome. We want your family to know this and hope you all can find peace. We are truly sorry. Now, despite the fact that the sheriff's office couldn't authenticate the notes, they are now asking for the public's help in finding whoever wrote them. Said in a press release, quote, these communications reveal distinctive patterns of word choice, syntax, and phraseology that reflect the writer's unique linguistic style. We believe these distinctive linguistic characteristics may be recognizable to someone who knows or has interacted with the note's writer. Now, the cops also asked for tips on anyone with sudden changes in behavior around the time of Nancy's disappearance, including sudden interest or disinterest in the case. That can be key. So does this plea from the police mean they think the notes are real? Is there something in there identifying the sender? Do you recognize something? Or is this just a Hail Mary play from an investigation that has finally hit a wall? Joining me now for a closer look, so happy to have him, Chris McDonough, the director for the Cold Case Foundation. He is also a retired homicide detective and co-host of the Interview Room. Good to see you, sir. You tell me, why would they release this now? Why not release it earlier on?
Well, that's a great question, Jesse, but I think obviously what they're trying to do is find a legitimate connection and relationship to the notes and to the suspect at large. Is this a smokescreen that came in because of the attention that was drawn to this particular situation, or if in fact they're trying to establish, are these legit?
But they don't have anybody. In other words, if they knew this was one or two people, they wouldn't be making it public. So I don't feel like they have anybody in mind.
Yeah, no, I concur 1,000%. And what's interesting is the structure of the particular notes as a whole. I mean, I've been hammering it all day on some things, and I kind of want to point a couple of things out to you.
Please.
First of all, note number one, Nancy is mentioned just one time in this whole entire conversation between note number one and note number two. And the reason that's important is the following. The word we in the very first paragraph there is mentioned 2 times. We have, we will. Okay? The word she is mentioned 6 times. She is safe. She will be held. She will be released. She will be released again. She will be killed. Now, the other really interesting thing is the word received is mentioned 4 times. Is received,
Right.
Not received is received. And one of those received is spelled incorrectly down there where if payment is not received. So it's almost like the note writer was into a rush. Now, if we go down to the bottom and we see the word she again for this last part about there's a white smartwatch on the floor. My first question was, does that smartwatch have DNA on it from the suspect? Because we don't know if, in fact, this is true, that there's a smartwatch on the floor. But did the suspect place it there? And if so, maybe that's some
look,
of
the
the
big
DNA.
question is, would only somebody who took her or was part of the investigation know that detail? So when I'm looking at these notes, and you raise a good point, they are distinctive. They are bizarre.
Yeah.
Big question I've heard today is it from AI or did a person write it? And it's phrased so weird, USD, US dollars. It's like, is that person from here or is there an international connection?
Yeah, that's a great question because, you know, AI certainly could be in play. But when you do that comparative analysis against note number 2, let's take a look at that one as a whole. The Guthrie family is now addressed. Why the sudden shift away from Savannah? You know, now we're going back to the Guthrie family. And here's what's really stark that jumps out. The word we again. The word we jumps at 5 times in the second note. We did. We never. We
what does
believe.
that tell you? What does that tell you?
Well, it tells me that there's an emotional shift in whoever put these notes together. Whoever used AI or whoever used, you know, the actual, you know, their own verbiage in relationship to assembling it, there's an emotional shift that takes place. So it's almost a panic that takes place. And then,
does that mean that you think it's legitimate? Do you think it's from the same person and it's legitimate? They're telling the truth about what happened here and they feel sorry?
Well, it's definitely not the guy on the front porch. That guy came to take, you know, Nancy Guthrie with a gun. So he's not ending this conversation or this story with "we are truly sorry." That ain't happening. So whoever has assembled these notes, in my opinion, if she was kidnapped, they may have had a softer, feminine approach around Nancy Guthrie.
Let me ask you this point, and before we wrap things up.
Sure.
You know, Savannah released this video earlier this week, and I was talking about it on Leland's show, where she's appealing to do the right thing. To me, she seems like a really nice person, a good person who may be trying to appeal to the sentiment, the emotion of the writer in the second note, assuming it's real. You felt so bad, you risked telling us what happened. Just tell us now where she is. Is there anything to this?
Yeah. No, that's a great point. And look at the word "our" in her statement on Instagram. Our mom, our family, our situation, our part. So she is trying to reach out to that emotional side of note writer number 2. So, I think the BAU crafted a lot of this.
I don't know. We'll see what happens. I hope something comes from it. So strange. 6-month mark. Coming up. Thank you so much. Good seeing you, sir.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.